Welcome. Well, you are at home with Jim and Joy, and you are an important part of our EWTN family. And we are delighted that you have welcomed us into your home. You know, we would love to hear from you. So send us an email with a question or a comment to jimandjoy@ewtn.com. Well, today, our guest today is Michael Shaughnessy. He's the author of a great book called The Strategic Grandparent, and it is available at ewtnrc.com. And he's also the founder of Grandly. Now, that's a strategic grandparents club. So go to the website, grandly.org. And you really could hear Mike's wisdom coming out in all of his years, nearly
50
years, right, of working with youth ministers, training, raising up men and women of God.
And he's still doing that work.
And he's still doing that. And you can hear his wisdom coming through. And as a grandparent, you want to hear it. Like, there is a place for you. You know, there is a strategy, there's guidance, there's ways that you can participate in the moral development, the way of maybe lifting off the veil that where everyone seems to have this moral confusion dust all over them. Yeah. Nobody knows what's right and what's wrong. To really be a part of that in aiding and assisting your grandchildren.
Well, those that are being trained to do youth ministry are studying the culture, studying youth, what's going on in our culture at this time, what's happening. And one of the keys for youth ministers is, how can I pull up alongside young people, really listen to what they're saying, understand what's going on here, and to make a good deposit of faith and life and morality. And I think, you know, what Mike is saying is there's a partnership between grandparents and thinking like a youth minister, because a lot of those things youth ministers are trying to build, you already have. You've got to earn the right to be heard, and you're part of the family, and there's just this natural love between young people and grandparents. You have so much there. But think more strategically, you know, learn more about young people and what's going on, and be ready to give the answers for the hope that's in you, to dispense the ingredients that you already have regarding stability and security and wisdom and years and a good moral compass. Not that you just go in speaking about these things, but if somebody trusts you, they'll bring these issues up to you, and you never abrogate or the parental role, and you know, because they're the main people that are there. But we all need some people that think as parents are thinking, and that there's another source for them to come to that's even more important than a youth minister if you're a grandparent. Yeah. But there's things to learn from youth ministers. And so if we could partner together and develop some strategies to reach our young people, it'll just be fantastic. So plenty more to come. Mike is going to be with us again, the strategic grandparent, your most important and fun role yet. We'll be right back. Don't go away.
Welcome back. We're here at home with Jim and Joy, and our guest today is Michael Shaughnessy. He's the author of a great book, The Strategic Grandparent. And if you're a grandparent out there, you want to get this book, go to the great website, grandly.org. Now, Mike, we were sharing you, and I think you are just a wealth of knowledge. I really do. I think you are a gift to the church.
He's been around a long time. He's been doing this ministry a long time.
But why? Why did you write the book?
So I'm, one of my roles is I'm on the board of directors for The Word Among Us, and we had a Christmas party. And I'm at a Christmas party sitting next to the new book publisher, Beth McNamara. And I just said, youth work skills, you know, how do you have a conversation? The easiest thing to do is ask people about themselves. They're an expert on one subject for sure, which is me. And most people are willing to talk about me. And I said, so Beth, tell me about yourself. Where you're from, you know, how did you get here, et cetera, et cetera. And she gave me a bit of history. And then she said she's from Minnesota. And I said, oh, I grew up in Minnesota. Where were you from? She says, the east side. I was in Woodbury. And I said, St. Pascal's Parish? She goes, yeah, do you, St. Pascal? Yeah, absolutely. And I said, did you ever know Jeff and Carmen Johnson? She goes, they were my youth ministers. And I said, well, would you like to talk to Carmen? It's my sister.
Oh my gosh.
And so she and I connected on this youth ministry thing, and I said, I got to tell you this idea. I want grandparents doing youth work. I want to see us raise up 100,000 new youth workers, all of them over the age of 55. All of them working with kids they love and impacting these kids. So we had this conversation over dinner, and then we did a seminar up in Minnesota, and I said, hey, come on over. And she took a look at it and just said, you've got to write this as a book. You just have to write this as a book. Because when people get what we're talking about, their eyes open up. I mean, it's like conversion. You're just seeing it right there in front of you, and it's just enjoyable. So yeah, that was the basis of the book.
Well, I can testify to that because I think that's what's happening with us as we're listening to your concepts and word pictures. You know, grandparents as youth workers, you're a missionary.
You're speaking all language.
Yeah. It's just really, boy, this needs to get out, and we need to hear it again and again and again. Thank God you got a whole ministry. You got Grandly. Is it .org or .com? What is it? .org, and that's fantastic. But let's share a little bit more. You know, I know in your book you make a number of lists of things, and some of them have to do with, you know, concerns regarding our young people at this point. What are the things that are coming, you know, at them? And then you do, like, what are the key ingredients that grandparents have, you know, that they can give, or you call it superpowers. So I want to talk a little bit more about that. And if you can isolate another key concern or two that you think is a big one, and what grandparents have to be able to speak into that.
Sure. I think one of the key things that we see in the world today is what's simply called postmodernism, which is that there is no truth. It's not just that there is no truth, it's that the truth doesn't matter.
That's a problem.
That's a problem. That's absolutely a problem. But it's reinforced in a young person's experience as true, oddly enough, even though truth doesn't matter. It's still reinforced because, well, on this issue, take abortion, for example, just one. Well, my coach says this, the youth minister says that, my dad says this, my teacher says that, my employer says this, my friends, they're all over the place. What am I supposed to believe? There's no voice speaking authoritatively and clearly. We're living in this world that's the truth is disintegrating before our eyes. And they're growing up and saying that's normal. We're looking at it and saying that's not normal. This is bad. This is not helpful. They grow up and say, this is normal. What's wrong with this? This is the way that it is.
Right.
So you're having to, when you're presenting the gospel message, you have to say, no, there is a truth. That truth will set you free. That truth is a solid rock of a foundation for your whole life. So it's the good news of the gospel that addresses specifically the moral confusion of this age that youth work is supposed to do, and that grandparents can do, because in some ways it's kind of like we're the last generation of those who believe there's an absolute truth, and this is what it looks like. And they hear that and they go, nobody else says that.
Right.
And you're saying it, and they go, wow, I really like to live, and I see the way my grandfather and my grandmother live, and they love one another, and they care for us. There's something right about them. And I go, youth workers, I need them as youth workers. Because they have a role, they have a different reality that can really bring something to the lives of these grandchildren.
And if we're not, if it's not, well, for our own family members, we're hoping that, you know, we've had faith enough that they can see that and make some decisions. But the faith is growing weaker with many of our, that's why we need a new evangelization, so we're not passing it on the way we should. And then there's just so many people that have no experience of spirituality is just so broad, of the traditional church in any form or fashion. So a lot of times we're thinking, I might be thinking, why are you so rebellious? But a lot of them aren't rebellious. It's like, I don't even have the information, or this is my world. And you're looking at me, you're half ticked off at me, but I don't even have the components. Maybe it is written here, but what are you speaking about exactly? Because we're just assuming, because we grew up with this, generation to generation, if you're going to church no matter what, you're going. But we have people that aren't rebellion in a lot of ways. They just don't know. They're not even informed.
Yeah.
Formed, they're not informed.
Mm-hmm. Yes, absolutely. No, that's very clearly the case. And I think it brings up one of the key problems that grandparents have, and usually bring up when I speak with them. Well, it usually starts that way. Well, my son or my daughter-in-law, or, and it's this and this and this, and that's manifesting in the
Right.
children. And so people always ask, well, how do you deal with passing on your faith when your son-in-law doesn't want you to do that exactly? And I go, well, you break faith down for me a little bit here, passing on your faith. One is your experience of God as part of your faith. Second is your doctrine. What do you believe about sin, salvation, eternal life? And the third part of it is the moral life. How do you live out your faith? Yeah. How do you do what is upright and good? Almost no parent I know is against honesty, obedience, faithfulness, reliability. You can work on the things that you agree with every one of your children or your children-in-law. Yeah. You can find places of agreement to work with them in the lives of those grandchildren. What that will do, that will improve your relationship with your children and children-in-law, as well as make a difference in the lives of your grandchildren. Work where you can, not where you wish.
Right.
Because where you wish, you just go, you can't get there.
Work where you can, not where you wish.
Yes, yes.
It's powerful. It's just such an important principle.
But if you do that, you're going to see some significant changes in the lives of your grandchildren, and in the lives of and your relationships with your children, because they go, Mom and Dad aren't that bad after all.
Yeah, no, and what they do is they bring another aspect of you to your children.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
if say your daughter or your son's talking bad about you, but your grandchild just had a great experience with you, they're like, don't say that about her. Like that's my grandmother. She was just so nice. We just baked cookies and we did this, and so it can be healing. It can be repairable, which is all what God does. I think about our granddaughters when they come. They all watch this crazy show where this girl is repairing squishies, these squishy things,
Yep.
and we just lay on the couch, and you want to talk about wasting time. Well, I am so on their page when this is happening.
I don't waste as much time.
Jim's like, not
She's
another
doing
one. We're like, again. But, as I think about that show, it's like what God does to us. All these forms come broken and disheveled, and we're all so excited because she's going to make something new about it, and we're going to have that conversation someday, because those are the things that you can enter into, and they will waste hours there. Well, I could bring Jesus right into that place.
Yes, absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
And those are the things I love being with them. I love teaching them things. I love just being with them. And I love when they say to me, no, tell me about your day. What was your day like? It's like, oh my gosh, we are in a conversation. It's not one way where I'm saying, what did you have for lunch today? You know what I mean?
Yes.
And they're really caring, and you're striking a chord. But there has to be a strategy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, as we're sharing and hearing you, that's part of the strategy.
Yes.
Right.
It is. It is. In fact, you asked what's one of the other superpowers.
Yeah.
And the way that we put it is just simply your presence. You have time to be present. But the way we phrase it, again, just to catch the ear right, is you have the ability to waste time on love.
Right.
Most people don't have the ability to waste time, much less waste time on love. But you can waste time on your grandchildren.
Yes.
You can waste time on loving your grandchildren because you go, there's nothing more important for me to do. This looks like it's a bit foolish. I'm sitting here on the floor playing Uno with a 5-year-old.
Right.
And you go, but 13 years from now,
Right.
that 5-year-old is going to be in the kind of relationship with you where she may say, Grandma, I'm thinking about going to this college or to this college, and maybe that college. And you're looking at going, boy, I'd go to this one, I would go to
Right.
that one. But that's not what you answer. What you answer is, when I went to college, the most important thing I did wasn't where I went to college. It was who I hung out with. It was the peer group that I had. It was the way that I found support for my faith life at whatever campus I was at. So I don't care, dear, which college you go to, but the most important thing you need to do is you need to go find the most radical set of Christian friends you can find and join them.
Right.
And if you can't find them, you
Then you
become
be
the
that
radical
one.
one
Yeah.
and have them join you. And you just give them a vision. And that was a true story, because I just had it 2
Yeah.
weeks ago with a grandparent. And at the end of it, the granddaughter said, "Thanks, Grandma."
Yeah.
That was helpful.
Yeah.
Because she
No.
was trying to decide what I should do about college, and Grandma gave her the real answer.
Right. And that's a real conversation which we've had with both of our college-bound granddaughters.
Yeah.
You know, because you're having that, because I don't care where you're going to get the greatest education.
Yeah.
I mean, you could get a great,
Anyway.
I want to know where you're going to flourish with God Almighty.
Yeah,
Because He's the one that's going to bring you out. I don't care if you get a degree, you're going to heaven.
Yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah,
and,
yeah.
and we're going to be connected in that formation.
Yeah.
You know, and they both try to plug in, which is so good.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
In your book, and maybe this relates to this, wasting time in love, but you listed so many things that are challenging to the young people, and some of them are just so grievous. The whole technology thing, sexual agendas and genders and all that. But you mentioned that, if I read it right, that isolation is like the key pain and threat. And it's so hard to believe, I think, for a lot of adults and because they're so busy and they're doing so much and so much technology, and they're never alone, and they're doing Facebook. And it seems like it's just so much busyness. But you're saying they're really isolated. They're really alone.
Yes.
So that's hard to see, because you think they're the busiest, they're so busy,
Yeah.
but they're alone.
Yeah, yeah. If you've studied youth culture, I write a youth culture newsletter. It's a monthly newsletter on youth culture. And it might be on the latest pop star, it might be on a trend, it might be on all sorts of different things. But if you study youth culture, one of the things that you see is that the common thread through the whole thing is isolation. So when you first look at it, you say, youth culture first isolated the young people from the village. You got it was when they invented the gramophone, you could now have your own music. The adults didn't have to be there. The adults were the band, not the kids. The adults didn't have to be there. You had the gramophone. You could do your own thing. Dance halls. There were 1,000 dance halls. A dance hall for every 1,000 people in Cleveland in 1900. You go, wow, this was huge. The dance hall
Right.
place. And it's mainly populated by young people. And then you go through youth culture and you realize, okay, that was that. Then they got them disassociated with their parents, from their parents. That broke down a whole set of relationship things that went on there. Then you jump up to, say, 1960, and you say, what happened here? You got transistor radio. I no longer have to listen to the radio stations my parents listened to. I can
On
carry
my
my
own.
own. I am on my own, and I can listen to this. So you can look at all these things. Each one of them isolates further and further and further and further, and now you're down my screen on my own. I don't see anybody else. My earbuds are in. I can't hear anybody else. And this is the basis then of I'm lonely, I'm anxious, I'm isolated, I'm fearful, all the rest of those things. And you say, this is not a good human experience.
Okay, so we're
that's
running
going
out
on.
of time. What's the strategy? What can we do? Can we do anything?
Well,
What do we need to do?
yes,
I mean,
you-
because it's pretty abysmal what's going on.
It is.
And maybe the answer's not all that complicated either. What can we do to
Yeah.
come into that isolation and say, this is another way to do something. This is wonderful.
Yeah, this is where, again, tie right back into youth work. When I first started doing youth work, we were able to go into the schools and talk to kids at lunchtime. And you had to go and walk up to high school kids who are not great conversationalists and have a conversation with them. You had to break into their space. You had to be in their culture. We called it incarnational ministry.
Yeah.
You may remember this,
yeah.
incarnational
We know
evangelism.
it.
We're doing
Yes,
it.
you break into their space and you work in that space. And that's one of the things I think grandparents are sidelined right now, generally. They're told, you have nothing to say, you're too old, you're not, et cetera, and you just go, no, that's not true. That is not true. I know the truth. That truth set me free. That truth will set you free. And you have to say, I want to break into that space. And the big thing is start early. Start with your young grandchildren, and by the time they're in it, teenagers, they'll say, Grandma and Grandpa are welcome in my space. You get started. Think ahead. Think strategically. Pray strategically. Act strategically. You'll get there.
Mike, thank you so much for this time. It has been so enriching for us, and I believe for everybody that's been watching today. You are a real gift, and people can go to grandly.org for more, grandly.org for more. And we're going to hold you over for another couple of minutes here because we want to hear more. So we'll be right back. There's plenty more to come, so please don't go away. Welcome back. We're speaking with Mike Shaughnessy on his book, The Strategic Grandparent, Your Most Important and Fun Role Yet. So Mike, we just have a few minutes left, and you mentioned the ripple effect. What are you speaking about there in terms of the impact of a person or a grandparent or whatever it might be, and how it just spreads?
Yeah. Well, it ties into this idea of what if the most important thing you have to do is still in front of you. Another question, that a corollary for it is, and what if you never know before you die that you had it? Now, I've got two different stories. So one is from a college student now that just graduated recently from the work that we do. And she tells the story of her grandmother was constantly passing on her faith, et cetera, and she, on again, off again, churchgoer. And then she went off to college. Freshman year, let's do the party thing, free from, all the restrictions, all my time's my own, et cetera, starts doing this, wandering off, the map. And then her grandmother gets sick and dies. And she got in to see her, but her grandmother's passing had a huge effect on her. And she said, I'm living my life wrong. I got to find what Grandma had. And she knew somebody who's involved in the Christian ministry that we were doing on campus, and she got involved with it. And her life is just totally turned around. Really, really wonderful gal. But if you would ask Grandma on your deathbed, what is it the most important thing you've done? She might not say, I think it's now that I'm dying that this is going to have this effect. And you go, wow, that's a big effect. Or in my own case, I had a conversation with my grandfather when I was 9. And the question was, should I study a foreign language? And he was German, spoke German, and said, yes, absolutely, you should. Jawohl, he said. Sprich Deutsch. So I learned German. And I took it through high school, and I was about to drop it, and then I got a good teacher, and I kept on, and then I went to university and said, oh, I can get a double major with very little effort. So I did it and finished with a double major German theology. Then 15 years later, I'm doing youth work. I get sent to Europe, and I get sent to Germany to work with some of their kids. Okay, I'm over in Europe for 15 years. I come back. One of those kids that I knew when she was 5, grew up, was now in difficult circumstances, called me one day and said, Mike, I need to get away from the peer group that I'm in. Can I come and do a gap here in the U.S.? And I said, we'd be glad to have you. Just figure it out. We'll get you over here and we'll do it. She came, really got grounded in her faith, went back to Germany, got married. Her brother and his wife had fallen away completely from the church. She moves in the same apartment building and re-evangelizes them. The new evangelization. You just go, okay, these guys had this foundation. So you look at this and you say, that's the ripple effect.
That's the ripple.
When I look at this and go, that was a conversation my grandfather had with me that got me to Germany, that got me into that relationship, that got her here, that got her to do this in her family. And her parents, friends of mine, grandparents, go, thank God for that.
Yes.
That's the ripple effect. Grandparents have huge ripple effects.
Yes.
And so if we can do the right thing, even if we don't know what it is, but you just do the right things, you will model something and it will have an effect.
We're going to conclude right there. It's another great word and illustration of what you've been sharing today. You are a gift to the church and to grandparents and to young people. The Strategic Grandparent, your most important and fun role yet. Get it, read it. And while you're alive, you still have time. Look at the one who's before you. Look at what's before you and just love and speak there. You might not even see the effect, but it'll take place. While you have time, make the most of it. You're an important part of this family. You're never alone, and you're always at home with Jim and with Joy. God bless you and all of your loved ones. Keep it on EWTN. Bye now.